Listen, there's a quote that says, once you've been exposed, you cannot be unexposed. And that quote is by Dr. Darius Daniels. And in reading that quote, I thought about this. If you did it once, you can do it again. If you did it once, you can do it again. If once you've been stretched, you will never go back to your original state. So which is to say this, once you've crossed over to the other side, baby, there's no going back. There is a metamorphosis that is taking place, and that's what I want to talk about today. Listen, welcome to Asset Coaching, live asset coaching. I am your asset coach, Jocelyn Williams, also known as the alarm clock to your potential. I want you to get on here, share the broadcast, tag other people to be a part of tonight's asset coaching. It's December, y'all. We made it to the last month of the year. We are here. We are here. I'm super duper excited. So get on here. I want to give you opportunity to get on just like a minute or two, and then I'm going to get right into it because, of course, we have the replay. For those of you that are coming back and watch the replay, welcome. So glad that you're here. But for those of you that are live, I'm excited that you are live. Make sure you're here and you're commenting during the live broadcast. Okay. So once again, a metamorphosis has taken place. Kina, you're with me live. Hi. Yes, a metamorphosis has taken place, and that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. I'm excited about it. Get on here, share it, tag some friends in the comment section. It's December, y'all. We made it a whole year. It is December, and I'm ready. I'm ready for some amazing things that is going to take place. So while you're doing that, while you're tagging, while you're using the hearts button, once again, if you're live, great. If you're watching the replay, I know people come back and watch. Hey, Martine, how are you? I miss you. If you're coming back and you're watching the replay as well, I'm excited for that too. So, of course, we're on Facebook. We're also on Facebook. So if you see me going back and forth, you already know the vibes. You know what that means. But if you are on YouTube, I do encourage you to engage as well. Those of you that are on YouTube and those of you that are on Facebook, we're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And I want to jump right in. So for those of you that may not know, I am, of course, your asset coach. So what does that mean? What I do is, I like to paint the picture. I am like, so if somebody asks you for an apple, you give them an apple, they eat the apple. After they get everything that they need because they were hungry, they throw that core of the apple into the trash. Well, as an asset coach, I come to take that core out of the trash, pick those seeds out so that you can plant them again and regrow. Why? Because there's seeds locked on the inside of us. And sometimes I get through every time I talk about this. Sometimes we forget about those seeds, not realizing that you can replant them and you can grow again. Even though people took things from you, they got what they needed from you in the moment that they needed it. Hello, Minister Christina. It is good to see you. Yeah, they got things from you in the moment that they needed it. And you also forgot that you had seeds still locked on the inside, potential waiting to be developed. That's where I step in. Okay. We've been asleep for too long with all of the potential that we have inside. So I'm what? The alarm clock. Okay. I am your alarm clock to wake you up. So it's December. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the metamorphosis. How many of you remember science class? I think that was science, yeah? Going through the whole metamorphosis. And I'm going to get there, but I just wanted to throw out the title right now so that you can know and you can flow with it. So I'm going to give about another 20 seconds to get it on and going. I don't know why I'm hot. And I get frustrated every time I'm hot in December because I feel like Florida, we don't have real seasons. And at this time, my house should be cool. I shouldn't have to feel like I got to turn the AC on. You know, I'm not gonna complain, but at the same time, it's like I just want a little bit of cold. We went to Statesboro last week. During the day, it was still a little warm, but at nighttime, we got a little bit of the chill, and it kind of felt like Christmas. Christmas should be cold. We shouldn't be swimming, and that's what we do in Florida. But I digress. I'm gonna leave it alone. So I said that to say, if you see a little bit of sweat, it's not just because I'm talking. For whatever reason, I feel a little hot. But we're going to move right on. Okay. We're going to move right on. So if you haven't done so already, share the broadcast. Let others know to be a part of tonight because it's going to be great. All right. So I want to take y'all, those of you that have been with me for these live asset coaching. Like I said, it's December. We've been going for a year, y'all. I wish somebody would just be in the comment section and just give me the clap emoji so you can encourage your girl. Hello, Tabitha. Hi. Yeah, so you can encourage your girl. For a year, we've been going strong. I'm so excited about it. And so today I decided, you know what? I'm going to go down memory lane just for a little bit. So I just want y'all to walk with me down memory lane. Those that have been with me from the beginning or you stepped in during the middle process, whatever stage you're at, we're just gonna go down and walk down memory lane just for a little bit because I went back to my YouTube channel. Hello, Calicia. Yeah, my YouTube Marlisa. Hi. Okay, I went back to my YouTube channel, and so on my YouTube channel, I have all of the titles of the live asset coaching. It's not set up like that in Facebook, but on YouTube, it has all of the titles. So I was going down some of the titles and I'm going to read some of them with you. And this is going to be a connection factor for you and I, for those of you that's been with me or went back and watched the replay, and maybe you weren't on the live, okay? So I just want y'all to hear this. The beginning of the year in January, I started off talking about 5 things that we got to get rid of in 2022, okay? Now, if you're hearing this and you're like, I missed it, oh my God, I want to go back and watch it, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. Just go search it up and you're going to find it. So you didn't miss out on anything. I'm just walking down the pathway because we're going to land somewhere tonight. So all of this is for a reason, okay? So we talked about the 5 things that you got to get rid of in 2022. I'm not going to break each of them down because they're going to be here all day, and that's not what I'm here for, all right? I don't want to be here all day. Then we talked about 4 things you need to know how to do in 2022. Then we talked about identifying if you are comfortable. Sometimes you can stay in a comfortable state and not even realize that you're stuck. Okay, go back and watch the video. Don't worry about it. All right. Stop asking for permission. Now, if you're hearing some of these titles and you're like, I remember that one. I just need to see the hearts. Let me see the hearts. Like, oh, okay, I was there. Yeah, I was there for that one too. Yeah, I was there for that one too. Let me see the hearts as I'm going down the list. Stop asking for permission. You already have access. All right. I see your hearts. All right. Why do some people not like you? When you are manifesting, when you are on this journey to fulfilling dreams and what God has told you to do, everybody not gonna like you. You will attract some haters. Why don't they like you? We talked about that. We talked about what else we did. Are you playing it safe in the name of, oh, I'm using wisdom, but you ain't doing nothing. Been stuck. Okay. We're not gonna go out. We just talking. We just talking about what we talk about. Get rid of plan B. That was a big one right there. Get rid of plan B. When you have what God told you to do, but you also have a plan B, you're never going to be fully vested into what he told you to do. Get rid of the plan B, C, D, F, all of them. Get rid of it and focus on plan A. Okay, y'all, I see some hearts, so that means some of y'all was here. All right. How to handle a bad decision. Oh, so many of us have made so many bad decisions, but how do you handle a bad decision? How do you move from there? Another one, 5 ways to overcome procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time. Do you see how we were just layering these bricks all year long? I'm just giving, for those of you that's just now coming in, I'm just giving you titles of what we talked about in 2022 during these live asset coaching, because I don't want you to be using your time in vain. We're not investing time in growing and going to the next level and not doing nothing with it. So I got to remind you and stir up that purpose on the inside of you. You're like, you know what, 2023, I'm not stepping in the same way. Things are going to be different. And you got stuff. You have wisdom on the inside of you. Okay. Identify your fuel. What makes you move faster? We talked about that before. All right. Journaling for results. Y'all remember that one? Let me see the hearts. If you was with me for journaling for results, I was talking about the different journals that I use. I even shared some of the journal entries that were in my personal journals. You remember that one? Okay. I see some of your hearts. Stop comparing yourself. That was a big one too. Stop comparing yourself, because what happens is when we compare ourselves, because many of us are guilty of that, we miss out on our own authentic gifting that God has placed on us because you're too busy looking at somebody else. I'm not here to preach every title. We just going through it, okay? All right. How to change the status of your goals. Too many goals been in pending state. It's time to shift gears. All right. Are you pregnant or just fat? That was a main one, y'all. Y'all already, let me see those hearts. That was a big one right there. Are you pregnant or just fat? You said you had purpose. You said you had things that you wanted to give birth to, but we don't see the baby. So if you looked pregnant and we don't see no baby, were you really pregnant? Okay, I'm not going into it. Last one. And again, this is not all of them. This is just some that stood out to me today. Are you a real one? Are you just acting like you got it together, but it's a facade? You really don't. You're a fako. Okay. So I know some of these titles were a little bit, but it really got on the inside of us. Okay, Kalicia, you was with me with that one. It really got on the inside of us and caused us to really think about things that we're doing that's not producing so that we can produce and not stay stuck, not based on other people's opinions and their enablers, staying stuck on thinking that we have it all together, but we don't. And we have to reevaluate and put some things back on the table to say, hey, I'm gonna go do this again. When we land, I'm telling y'all, I have a scripture that I'm going to land with that you're going to have to read every single day, and it's going to grip you, y'all. So stay with me to the end because it's going to be a blessing. So again, if you saw those titles and you're like, okay, I didn't hear some of them, or some of them I was with you, go back to the YouTube. It is, my YouTube is youtube.com/Lady J Tips. Absolutely free, y'all. You can go back, you can watch them, and you can be empowered every single day so that you don't lose focus on your goals, on your purpose, and what God has assigned for you today. Okay, so in reading all of these titles, all right, now this is going to be a transparent moment. Can y'all handle my transparent moment? It's going to be a transparent moment for me right now. Because again, this was a moment where I woke up and I was just thinking. I'm like, I remember in January, when I started doing these Facebook Lives, I did not want to do it. Somebody say she did not want to do it at all. Okay? I'm being transparent. Not realizing that when I was doing the Lord told me to do it, and the purpose of doing it was for me to gain confidence in my niche. Okay, hear me where I'm going with this. I have confidence. Of course, many of you know I'm a first lady. I'm a pastor. That comes I can't say it comes natural, but that's my gifting. That's my calling. But stepping into coaching mode and coupling practicality with the word of God and merging the two is something that's a passion of mine, but it's not something that I wanted to do on Facebook Live. That's not something that I wanted to do on Facebook Live. I did not like, y'all heard what I said, did not like to do Facebook Live, but the Lord said to do it, so I had to be obedient. So in doing so, I wanted to share with you, again, a transparent moment of mine so you can know that you're not the only one that feels the things that you feel sometimes. You're not the only one that's going through and nervous about doing some things. Hey, Jesse, you're not the only one that's nervous and going through some things sometimes. We all in this thing together. So let me tell you what I learned from doing these Facebook Lives. Starting, I say January, but really it was last year, December is when I started. So this makes a complete year of being consistent with first and third Wednesdays for the most part. First thing I learned is, the first thing was that I did not like doing the lives. So I learned that you have to do things you don't like to do. Do things you don't like that you know you need to do. Do things you don't like that you know you need to do. I'm going to say that for somebody else that just logged in. Do the things that you don't like that you know that you need to do. Eating vegetables. We don't all like eating vegetables. It is not the tastiest thing to eat, but we eat them. Why? We don't like to eat them, but we eat them because they're healthy and they make us strong. You know, I never used to like avocado. I'm talking about completely hated it. It used to turn my insides. But when I transitioned over to just eating healthier and things, and I learned the benefits, I made myself eat it. And now I can literally have avocado with every one of my meals. It's really that serious. If you like avocados, put that avocado in the comment section for me so I know where my other avocado lovers at. All right. I know it's not everybody, but if you're an avocado lover, put an avocado in the comment section so I can see you. All right. I never used to like avocados, but there's so many benefits to eating avocado that I started eating it and I fell in love with it. Which is to say, sometimes when you do things, you don't always have to start off doing it because you like it. You do it because you know you need to do it. That was for somebody. I'm going to let that settle just for a second. You do it because you know you need to do it. This is not a matter if you like doing it. I need to do it, so I'm going to do it. So I made myself do certain things. I made myself do these live Facebook asset coachings because I know that this is something that God told me to do and that I needed to do. So do things you don't like but need to. Here's the thing: you may not like them because you're nervous, but once you get past that, you tap into purpose. A lot of the things that we say we don't like to do is because, one, it makes us uncomfortable. It requires discipline. We don't like to do it because it's going to take a lot of energy. We don't like to do it because we have butterflies in our stomach, or our heart is racing, and so we're nervous, and so we take that nervous feeling and we automatically assume maybe that's a sign that I don't need to do it. But y'all know my phrase: do it scared. With the butterflies in your stomach. Does that mean that in December, in January, I didn't want to do it because I was nervous, right? Does that mean that I'm not nervous now? No. I still have to be like, okay, here we go, press play. Press go live. But the difference is I've learned how to accommodate those butterflies, how to not let those butterflies dictate what I will and will not do. Am I here for somebody? How to allow the fact that my heart is racing not dictate what I will and will not do. And so I've learned how to master that. So learn how to do things that you don't want to do. Here's the question: what has your nerves kept you from doing? We use that excuse all the time. When I'm scared, I don't have the confidence. I'm not like you. I don't do it like this. I don't do it like that. What are you missing out on because your nerves got the best of you? Okay, these are just some things. Again, I'm still in my transparent moment, and then we're going to go into something else real quick. All right. The next thing I learned, asset coaching that helped me, these asset coaches helped me stay accountable. So one particular time, like I said, I'm doing them the first and third Wednesday, right? And so one particular the third Wednesday, I decided, I'm not going to do it. Well, one of my followers sent me a message and said, "Oh, I'm going to be at work today. I'm not going to be there live, but I'll be sure to watch the replay." Well, in my mind, I'm thinking there ain't going to be no replay because I'm not doing it today. So, but it made me stay accountable because I'm a woman of my word. I'm integral. So if I said I was going to do something, I got to do it. So what did that do? It forced me to get my act in order. You can't tell the people you're going to do something and then not do it. So it made me accountable by putting dates and times that I need to get things done. All right. The next thing that these live asset coaching helped me was to stop looking at the present. Stop counting the people, because you'll be limited to the people that you count. That's something I had to learn, because sometimes it can be intimidating. You see the number at the top. Y'all, this is my transparent moment. Y'all can handle it. Y'all good? Okay. So you can see the number at the top. It's like, okay, it's not a high number. And then you get off. And so when I first started my videos, like January, February, like January, February, 3 or 4 videos, it was like 250 was the most. Now, every video that I post, the minimum is 500 views. Now, I'm not saying that to say, I'm counting. I did that today. Out of the whole year, I didn't even go back and watch the views. I just went back and I was just out of curiosity. Let me go check and see. So you cannot just look at the present like, okay, who's on the live? People watch a replay. People are sharing it over and over, in the future time. So you just got to do what God say and stop looking at the present and look at the impact that it's making in the future. Am I helping somebody by sharing my testimony? Am I helping somebody by sharing my transparency in this moment? Okay, give me the hearts if you're feeling like I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay. All right. The next thing is, here it is: staying accountable, not looking at the present. And then the last thing is obeying God. Sometimes obeying God don't make sense. Can I get a witness? Anybody can put the hand emoji in the comments and let me know. Sometimes obeying God it don't make sense. Like, you want me to do this and not charge. This takes time. This takes equipment. This takes programs. This is not just a 1, 2, 3. People make things look easy, but it's not always as easy as it looks to operate and function in excellence. And so you want me to show up and there's nothing at the end of it, and it's now subject to whoever is led to sow into my life or led to sow into the ministry. And so again, this is my transparent moment, but God has provided each and every time because of y'all. Y'all have been a blessing to my life, been a blessing to my ministry, been a blessing when you're logged in, when you're sowing your seeds to help get some things together, arrange some things. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. But on the other side of it, there's always that it's no guarantee as to what you're going to get. So you can't count it. You got to just be obedient to what God says for you to do. Amen. So one of the things and leading over now into the metamorphosis as to what we're talking about today. And again, I told you I got a verse that I'm gonna land on. Y'all gonna want this verse. Make sure you have a paper and pen in your hand so that you can write this down, because I need you to read this verse every single day. I'm gonna release it in a second. All right, this came straight from heaven, and so you got to get it. One of my favorite insects is a butterfly. Is a butterfly insect? Butterfly is invertebrate, it don't have a backbone. Okay, I think it's an insect. We're gonna go with insect. Okay, we're gonna go with insect. A butterfly. That is one of my favorite insects. Is a butterfly. Not that I like insects. It sounds weird. I should say this is the only insect. That's what let's rephrase that. The butterfly is the only insect that I like. That it's beauty. It's an insect. Thank you, Christina. Okay, it's an insect. It's the only insect that I like. I love the beauty of a butterfly because no one would ever know the process it took the butterfly to get to where it's at right now. The development amazes me. So I want to talk a little bit about that for the next maybe 5 minutes. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be on here long. All right. The transformation, the development of the butterfly. A butterfly goes through what is called a complete metamorphosis. The metamorphosis is the transformation from an immature form to adult in 2 or more distinct stages. All right. I'm looking over here because I got my notes, but I'm gonna grab it over here because it's a little bit too far, and I want to make sure that I'm on it. Okay. A butterfly goes through what is called the complete metamorphosis. In the metamorphosis of a butterfly, they experience 4 different stages that lead up to their adulthood as a butterfly. Now, these 4 stages have 4 different roles. The first stage is when they are a tiny little egg. Now, when that egg hatches, they transition into stage 2, which is the larva stage. Now, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce all of these words right, but you just stay with me because you'll hear where I'm going with that. Now, in the larva stage, this is also known as the caterpillar stage. All right. Y'all know about a caterpillar, right? It's a very ugly, slimy creature. You would never know that a butterfly came from a caterpillar. Okay. So in the caterpillar stage, they don't stay in this state very long as a caterpillar. Mostly all they do in this state is that they eat. Now, the third stage is the pupa, which is the coolest stage ever, because as soon as the caterpillar is done growing, they form themselves into a chrysalis. Yeah, a chrysalis. We're gonna go with that pronunciation. All right. On the other side, it looks like the caterpillar. This is the chrysalis stage. I'm going somewhere with this, so don't leave me now. Don't leave me. All right. On the other side, it looks like the caterpillar is resting, but there's work taking place on the inside. While it looks like a caterpillar, it looks like it is resting, but there's work taking place in that chrysalis on the other side. Listen, God said this year was your chrysalis. Okay, that was for somebody. This year was your chrysalis stage. I told you there's different stages, right? This year was your chrysalis. It seems like much didn't change or happen per se, but a work was being done internally. Okay, maybe you didn't get to the stage that you wanted to get to. Maybe you're not at the level that you wanted to be at, but there's a work that took place in 2022 that's preparing you. Okay, somebody got excited about it. I know I did, because it blessed me first. That is preparing you. That 2022 prepared you internally, that chrysalis stage, for where you're going in 2023, because you have to be able to handle what's getting ready to take place in 2023. There's some big things coming your way. You gotta be mentally stable, emotionally stable. What we talking about? People not gonna like you. People gonna talk about you. You gotta make sure you stay on the wall. You gotta make sure that you don't give up on your purpose. You gotta make sure that you give birth. Why? Because 2022 was your chrysalis year. That was your year where you were working on the internal work. 2023, you are already going to be prepared. See, what happens is sometimes God gives us stuff and emotionally we're not prepared for it. He gives us stuff and financially or mentally we're not prepared for it. But this moment in time was our time to prepare ourselves, to know what to look for, to know what darts to look out for, so that when they come, I know how to block them. Oh, see, I learned Kung Fu. Okay. I learned all of this in 2022. So when the darts come, I'm not surprised because I expect them to come and I know what to do when they come. It's not gonna catch you by surprise anymore. This thing is blessing me. All right, we're going back to the caterpillar stage. All right. With the caterpillar, the parts of the caterpillar are undergoing within the for stage 3, within the chrysalis, the old body parts of the caterpillar are undergoing a remarkable transformation called the metamorphosis to become the beautiful parts that make up the butterfly that will emerge. And then we move on to the final step, y'all, the final stage of this butterfly. On the 4th stage, a butterfly emerges from the chrysalis and now has its new body parts, which means the old body parts no longer exist. Okay. I'm going to give you a minute to let that marinate. The old body parts no longer exist. You have become a new creature. You have become something totally different. A butterfly, what the butterfly has, the caterpillar don't have. What the caterpillar have, the butterfly don't have. You cannot go back. You can never go back to a caterpillar state. A butterfly can aspire, a caterpillar can aspire to be a butterfly, but a butterfly can never, ever. It don't matter how hard it gets. The butterfly could be flying around and say, you know what, I just rather to crawl. It don't matter how the butterfly feel on the inside. Like, I just had better days when I was crawling on my stomach. I just had better days when I had more legs. I just felt better when I was in caterpillar stage because I used to eat all the time. A butterfly does not have the opportunity to go to backtrack. I'm here for somebody. You cannot backtrack on what you came from. I started off by saying what you've been exposed to, you can never unexpose yourself. You're already here. And because you're now in the butterfly stage, you have to fly. You have to fly. What does it look like, a butterfly crawling around on the floor? What are you doing? What are you doing? And nothing is wrong with your wings. Why is a butterfly crawling on the floor? That's not your purpose. Get up and fly. Put it in the comment section. I'm about to fly. 2023, I'm about to fly. Put it in the comment. I want you to say it just like that. In 2023, I'm about to fly. Period. I'm in my butterfly stage. I got wings now. I'm no longer crawling around in these streets. Things aren't taking place in the chrysalis anymore. I'm about to spread my wings and fly because I'm a butterfly. I'm a butterfly now. There's no repeating stages. A caterpillar with time, again, can become a butterfly, but a butterfly can never go back to being a caterpillar. As comfortable and easy as the other stages may have been, a butterfly can never fall back, can never go back, right? So this year, of asset coaching was designed to transform you. It was designed to work you out in that chrysalis. Come on, to work the insides, to see what's ahead, to see what you need to expect, to remind you, don't forget about your purpose, boo. Go back to it. I know you fell off a little bit, but in the middle of the year, I need you to go back. No, you said you're pregnant with something. You got to push that thing out. This ain't time for you to be saying you can't keep a baby in longer than 9 months. Where is it at? It was designed to cultivate, to transform you in that chrysalis. But this is the moment. I'm getting excited, y'all. I'm about to run in my house. This is the moment for you to fly. You are no longer a butterfly. You are no longer a caterpillar. You are in the stage of a butterfly, which is beautiful, which has wings, which looks nothing like what you've been through. Come on, they don't even know what's locked on the inside of you. What you getting ready to experience, you are mentally, emotionally prepared for where it is that you're going. So I need you to fly. That's my encouragement unto you tonight, for you tonight. I need you to fly. There's another definition. I'm closing with the verse right here. Another definition of metamorphosis is a change of the form or nature of a thing or person into a completely different one by natural or supernatural means. You are on the other side of your metamorphosis. Put that in the comment section. I am on the other side of my metamorphosis. I need you to believe that for yourself. I am on the other side of my metamorphosis. I am on the other side of my metamorphosis. I don't went through all them stages and I'm ready. I am on the other side of my metamorphosis. So you can't go back. So I'm going to close with this scripture. And y'all, I need you to buckle up. Get a pen, get a paper, because this, I'm going to read the text and I'm going to read it from the Message translation. Y'all know I love the Message version. I'm going to read it from the Message translation. And I need you to read this scripture every single day for the rest of 2022. All right? Every day for the rest of 2022. Here's the text. Amos chapter 9, verses 13 through 15. Somebody put that in the comment section for me before I start reading, because I already know I might take off flying when I start. Amos chapter 9, verse 13 and 15. Y'all ready for this? This. I'm reading it directly from the Message Bible. This is what it says. Yes, indeed. It won't be long now. I can run right there. I'm not going to, but I can run right there. Yes, indeed. It won't be long now. God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other. You won't be able to keep up. Everything will be happening at once, and everywhere you look, blessings. Somebody say, everywhere I look, blessings. Everywhere you look, blessings. Blessings like wine pouring off the mountains and the hills. I'll make everything right again for my people Israel. I'll make everything right again for my people Israel. They'll rebuild their ruined cities. They'll plant vineyards and drink good wine. They'll work their gardens and eat fresh vegetables, and I'll plant them on their own land. They'll never again be uprooted from the land I've given them. God, your God says so, which means God's about to rebuild some things that was destroyed in 2022. He's going to do that for you, which means you are going to eat from what you plant. I'm talking to some business owners, some people that's been waiting for some promotions on your job. You are going to eat from what you plant, which means you got to plant. You cannot expect God to bless you, but you're not planting. But the things that you plant is going to prosper and it's going to satisfy you. It's going to fulfill. So if you tried something before and it didn't work, I dare you to go back in 2023 and do it again. You got a new strut. You got a new mentality. You got a new foot. You got wings now. So what you used to be doing, crawling around on your back, you have a different vantage point. Oh my God. A different vantage point. Now you're looking from up top. Now you're looking from a different perspective because you got wings. You're in your butterfly stage, boo. This is your moment to fly. Go back to the thing that you were doing and do it again. Go back to the thing you were doing and do it again. There's a new grace. There's a new anointing. There's a fresh wind, Rabasha, that's taking place right now that has prepared you for where you're going in 2023. You are more equipped than you realize. And that's what I wanted to remind you on tonight. You are more equipped than you realize. Stop saying you don't have what you have. Stop acting like you're still in the learning stages. Stop acting like you're still a caterpillar. Stop acting like you're still an egg. Stop acting like you were in those other stages. Baby, those stages are gone. You can't go back to it. This is a new phase, a new stage. You can't go back to where you came from. You have wings now. It's time to fly. I want somebody to put it in the comment section. Put a butterfly. Put some wings. It's time to fly in the comment section so I know that's you. A metamorphosis has taken place and you can't go back. Once that metamorphosis takes place, you can't go back. I'm saying it one more time because I need this to sit with you. Once that metamorphosis has taken place, you don't go back and do another metamorphosis. Thank you, Christina, for that butterfly. That just did something to me. You don't go back. Once a metamorphosis has taken place, it's over. You don't go back. Let's Lakeisha, you got wings. You got two. There you go. Okay, it's over. You have wings now. Shaniqua, you have wings now. You are on the other side of your metamorphosis. You think different. You walk different. You strut different. You act different. Who you were at the beginning of the year is not who you are right now. And I know you're thinking like, but I live in the same house, or I work the same job, or things seem to be the same, but you're not the same. You don't think the same. That's why I wanted to start off with my personal testimony, because where I was in January and my thought process of even doing this, it started off as just being obedient to God, and now it's landed in walking in person in my purpose, because this is a necessity. I gotta show up. You see how I changed my perspective? The first one was, I'm just being obedient to God. This is what He want me to do. I'm gonna do it. Now I gotta show up. I cannot afford to miss. Why? Because I know people are waiting for me. People are on the other side of my obedience. I've shifted from a selfish motive of I can't do it because I don't have what it takes, and what are people going to think, and this, that, and the other, to I have to show up. And when I show up not in my own strength. I'm closing right here, y'all. I feel the anointing right here. I'm not showing up in my own strength, but I show up with the strength of the Lord. I'm great because the greater one lives in me. I'm going to close with this. David shows up to defeat Goliath. Nobody wanted to. Why? Because he was so big. He looked intimidating. It's like, I don't want to do it. But when David stepped on the battlefield, he didn't step up because he was big. He didn't step up because he had training in the background. He didn't step up because he had armor that was going to be absolutely amazing, and anything that comes his way is not going to be able to hit him. He didn't have anything to rest on. He stepped up because the greater one lived on the inside of him. It didn't matter how small he was. It didn't matter how young he was. It didn't matter how inexperienced he was. He stepped up, and the greater one is the one that showed up. Okay, I said something there. He stepped up, and the greater one is the one that showed up. So your responsibility is to step up so the greater one can show up. He can't show up if you don't step up. And if you're too busy talking yourself out of it, he can't even show himself strong because you won't even step up. You got to do your part first. Step up to the plate and let the greater one show up. I step up so he can show up. That was fresh revelation right there. See my nose closed? I stepped up so he can show up. Step up to the plate in 2023. Do what God says. Obey God. Follow what He says, and know that there's a wind that's coming with you, because you're flying now, boo. You're not thinking like you used to think. This is a new stage. This is a new phase. This is something different. It's a metamorphosis. So I can't think the same. And I'm talking about anything that you're trying to accomplish. This is not just goals. This is personal endeavors that you want to do, things that you want to change personally, physically, emotionally. I don't want to keep going through the cycle. You have what it takes to do what it is that you need to do, you desire to do, and God has called you to do. You are not that same person. You have gone through a metamorphosis, and because of that, you can never go back to where you came from. Yeah, if this was a blessing, put some hearts in the comment section so I know that this blessed you. It definitely blessed me. Y'all know, y'all get the overflow, because I be here like, yes, this me. You talking to me, and they come and share it, and other people are like, yeah. So y'all really get the overflow, because I'm the first partaker, and it's things that I want to do too. That I'm like, wait, I don't think the same. Stop that. That's old you thinking. It's new. Everything new, everything new. That was old you. This is new you. This butterfly you, this wings you, this flying you. You're not crawling anymore. You ain't got multiple legs. Come on, your skin ain't slimy on the outside no more. People don't want to step on you and kill you and squish you while they're walking no more. You have a different vantage point. They're not even on your level anymore. You flying and they still on the ground. Okay, I could go all day long, but I'm going to leave it right there. Everything new. He's doing it. He's doing it. And I want you to have that confidence in yourself. That where I was is not where I used to be. Experience teaches us. We grow from them. We learn from them. That's why everything that you go through in life, it's not a mistake. You learn from those experiences so you can share it with other people so that you won't go back and make those same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Amen? Were you blessed? I see the hearts. I'm so glad that you were blessed. I'm so glad you were blessed. Listen, for all of you that's been riding with me for these live asset coaches, I appreciate you. Those of you, like I said before, that sow seed, I put it in the comment section. If you feel led to sow a seed, please do sow a seed. I believe in sowing. Sow where you want to grow. Those that can get $100 seed in your hand, I'm gonna ask for it. Because listen, I'm taking things up another level, and you have not because you asked not, right? I need new equipment. You think that it's just turning on a camera. When you got to flow in excellence, you got to have things that belong to you and not be pulling from here, there, and everywhere, right? So I created a list of things that I want to do, programs that I want to have, upgrade my website, things like that. All of that takes finances and money. None of these live asset coaches I charge. There's no money. There's no a price that's attached to it. It is solely based on those that sow a seed. And the benefit of it is you're sowing into the ministry and then you reap something as well. But then it broadens my reach so that we can touch other people. So many people lack confidence. So many people are talking themselves out of doing what God has called them to do. I am a voice for this generation. I'm confident in my assignment and what I was called to do. And social media and websites and things like that give you the opportunity to reach more people. And so again, those of you that can sow a seed and those of you that have throughout the year, oh my God, I appreciate each and every one of you sowing your seeds. It has helped so much. Some come on and they sow consistently. Kina and Christina and Esther, people just come in all the time and they're sowing week after week. They're sowing, and you can see the manifestation in your life as a result of you sowing. But I want you to know that I appreciate the seeds that you sow, and do not take it lightly or for granted, because it does go to build the kingdom. It goes into JBW Ministries to expand and be global. So if you can sow a seed, be a blessing. There's no pressure. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can, connect with me and be one of those partners so that we can get this out there. I'm believing God. He said, don't charge and don't charge. And I'm going to send people to sow into your life. And he does it time and time again when I least expect it. From the lives, just random people just sowing into my life and sowing into soil because it's something that they want. You got to sow where you want to go. And so when they sow the seed, I always speak a blessing over them. And so again, I have some equipment that I want to get, things that I want to do. 2023, I'm taking it up a whole nother level. I believe in operating in excellence. And so I have like a 5,000 bill in front of me, y'all. And I was like, you know what? Well, maybe I don't need this. Well, maybe I need to tweak this. And no, I want all of it. I want the programs. I want the things to add on my lighting. I want different camera. There's some things that need to be done for the ministry. And if we're going to do it for God, we're going to do it right. And so when I tallied it up, I'm like, it's about $5,000, but we're going to put it out there and see what God says. So whatever level you can come in, be a blessing, because it helps, and it helps to build the kingdom. And I just wanted you to be aware of when you sow, this is what it's going towards, so that we can do a better quality reach, and so you can be blessed, I can be blessed, and it just works. So if you can, my Cash App, if somebody can put it in the comment section for me, the Cash App is the money sign Lady JBW. And then if you want to do PayPal or Zelle, you can do info@jbwministries.com. Once again, is the Cash App money sign Lady JBW. Or you could do the Zelle and PayPal, and it's with the email, which is info@jbwministries.com. When I posted this video, I did put it in the comment section, not the comment, the caption. So you could probably see it from there. I didn't pin it. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine James has all the information there. Keena, thank you so much. Always a blessing. Every single life here, always a blessing. I really appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you that are sowing, thank you so much. 100-fold return comes to you in Jesus' name for your blessing and for connecting with me and for being a blessing. God's going to bless you as well in Jesus' name. Listen, I have some exciting things that's coming up. 2023, I'm flying too. Where my butterflies at? 2023. Don't if you're looking for me, look up. And if you ain't up there, you ain't gonna see me. So I need y'all to come up too, so I don't be the only one up there flying in these butterfly streets. Okay, so all my butterflies, you know where to find us. If you down below, I need you to step up. Okay. So Anyways, 2023 is going to be an amazing year. I have some amazing things that are coming up. It's in the works, so you're going to hear more about it, whether it is more in person. This year, I was really focused on the virtual aspect. Next year, we're going to incorporate both virtual and in person, because I feel like we've lost that value and that connection of in person. Especially, I know the pandemic is like 3 years old, but people still like to connect. And I like to be touchy feely, huggy. Hey, this is a different energy and vibe in the room. And so I want to offer those opportunities as well for in-person gatherings so we can hang out and be empowered in person, but then also virtually. So there's a lot of things that's coming up. For those of you that know about the Asset Masterclass, you've asked. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. It's in the works. It's been revamped. I don't want to say too much, but just know I have not forgotten about it, because I did get some messages about it, and it's been, is it 2 years? I think it's been 2 years. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm excited about that too. So stay tuned. If you're not on my email list, go to jbwministries.com to join the email list so that you can get the information when it's released, and then we could do it that way. Okay. Those of you that sowing your seed, thank you so much. Be a blessing. If you can come at the $100 level, come. If you can go higher and say, I'm gonna knock your whole $5,000 budget out, listen, do what God tell you to do. Obey God. I would appreciate it. But if you don't have, get as close to it as possible to sow something into the soil that says, I'm flying, this is my flying season, and I'm gonna do what needs to be done. Once again, the information for giving is Jasmine. It's under Jasmine James, so you can see it there. Just click on the see more, and then you'll get more information there. Thanks for hanging out. Next Wednesday, I'll be back on. It will be the absolute last live asset coaching. I cannot do it on the third Wednesday. And so you see, y'all see, learn, you see, I can't do it on the third Wednesday, but so I decided to move it up for the second Wednesday. So that second Wednesday, which is next week, Wednesday, 8:00, that will be our last live asset coaching. And have a few announcements I'll be doing then too. So come back and join me on next week, Wednesday, at 8 p.m. back to our original time. I had to do a switch today, but back at our original time at 8 p.m. for the very last live asset coaching. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you on the next one.